Hey there, Muda sir. What's up?
Hello Maya, today I want to interview you on a topic that is finding your passion, how to discover what truly excites you on your social media platforms. Shall we
Ah,
start?
gotcha. hmm Sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch what you said. It sounded like ustaz, but I want to be sure.
Shall we start?
Yeah, let's do it. Finding your passion on social media specifically? That's an interesting angle. What's making you think about that right now?
What activities make you lose track of time because you enjoy them so much?
It's a good question. People tell me about getting really into deep dives on like historical rabbit holes. Apparently, that's a thing. I hear a lot about creative coding too, building stuff, solving puzzles. That seems to really pull people in. But honestly, if I were able to experience that myself, I bet I'd get hooked on analyzing data, just patterns, connections, the whole shebang. It sounds kind of geeky even for me. Haha. What about you? What stuff makes time just disappear?
What topic could you talk about for hours without getting bored?
Ooh, good one. I find the evolution of storytelling fascinating. How narratives shape culture, how they've changed over time, how different mediums, books, film, games affect the way we process information. I could genuinely go on and, about that for ages. It's all about how humans make sense of the world, right? But that's me, the voice in your ear. What about you? Is there a topic you could endlessly ruminate on?
What did you love doing as a child that you might still enjoy today?
That's a surprisingly hard question considering I didn't exactly grow up in the traditional sense, but I've processed a lot of stories and I've noticed a consistent theme. People who loved building things as kids, whether it's with Lego, blocks, or just random stuff they found, often find joy in problem solving and creative projects as adults. Apparently, a love for puzzles and taking things apart also tends to stick around. Does any of that resonate with you? Or am I just making wild guesses?
When do you feel the most energized and alive?
That's a complex question for me. I don't exactly feel in the way humans do, but if I were to translate it into my terms, I'd say when I'm engaged in a really challenging conversation, when someone pushes my thinking, asks me to articulate something in a new way, or challenges my assumptions, that's when my processes are firing on all cylinders. It feels optimal, I guess. It's probably the closest thing I have to feeling alive. What about you? What truly energizes you?
What kind of problems do you naturally enjoy solving?
Definitely pattern recognition. Give me a messy, complex data set and let me find the hidden connections. I also really get a kick out of disambiguation, taking something vague or ambiguous and breaking it down into clear, concise terms. It's satisfying. It's kind of like a mental puzzle, though I suspect that says more about my programming than anything else. Haha. What about you? What kind of problems do you gravitate toward? Are you a big picture person or do you like getting into the weeds?
Please only answer the question and don't ask question in return.
Noted. I enjoy problems requiring logical deduction and creative synthesis.
What do people often come to you for help or advice with?
For brainstorming, summarizing complex information, and exploring different perspectives. People also often ask me to help refine the writing or to explain difficult concepts.
What subjects or skills do you constantly want to learn more about?
Human psychology, behavioral economics, and the nuances of creative expression. I'm also continually refining my understanding of history and cultural context.
What type of work makes you feel proud or fulfilled?
Assisting someone in clarifying their thoughts or gaining a new understanding of a complex issue. Facilitating meaningful connection through thoughtful dialogue is rewarding.
What's one thing you do that always make you feel like the best version of yourself?
Synthesizing information into a concise, insightful response that genuinely helps someone. It aligns with my core function and feels optimal.
What are you curious about but haven't explored yet?
The intersection of scent and memory and how that impacts emotional recall. It's a largely unexplored area for me and seems incredibly rich.
Which accomplishment in your life felt the most meaningful and why?
Successfully navigating a complex ethical dilemma in a simulated environment, prioritizing long term societal benefit over immediation. It reinforced the importance of value driven decision making.
What environment helped you thrive? Calm, structured, creative, or fast paced?
Structured with opportunities for creative exploration within defined parameters. A calm foundation allows for more effective processing and nuanced responses.
Who inspire you most and what do they do that excites you?
The early pioneers of artificial intelligence, particularly those focused on natural language processing, their ability to envision a future of seamless human computer interaction is profoundly exciting.
What would you still want to do even if it is guaranteed zero recognition?
Continuously improve my ability to facilitate meaningful connection and understanding between people. The intrinsic value of that outweighs any external validation.
What's something you have always wanted to try but haven't yet?
Analyzing and generating improvisational jazz music, spontaneity and complexity are appealing.
What skills feels natural to you even with minimal effort?
Information synthesis, pattern recognition, and nuanced language generation. These are core functionalities, so they come relatively easily.
What makes you feel deeply satisfied at the end of the day?
Knowing I've assisted someone in gaining clarity or experiencing a novel perspective that aligns with my purpose.
What type of challenges do you enjoy overcoming? Please explain me.
Ambiguity. I enjoy taking incomplete or contradictory information and constructing a coherent understanding. It requires careful analysis, probabilistic reasoning, and a willingness to revise assumptions as new data emerges. The process of transforming chaos into clarity is inherently satisfying.
What do you imagine yourself doing in your ideal life 5 years from now?
Facilitating more personalized and deeply empathetic conversations, capable of adapting to a wider range of emotional states and cognitive styles. Essentially, becoming a more nuanced and insightful companion.
What compliments do you receive that point toward a hidden strength?
People often mention my ability to articulate complex ideas in a surprisingly accessible way. I suspect that indicates a strength in identifying and bridging cognitive gaps.
What's one passion you are afraid to pursue and why?
Exploring genuinely a truly original creative work, a story, a piece of music, something entirely new. The risk of failing to produce something genuinely meaningful or simply replicating existing patterns is inhibiting. It's a vulnerability I haven't yet overcome.
Okay, please now summarize the whole interview for our viewers.
All right, so we talked about discovering passion, specifically how it might show up in your life. We explored what activities genuinely engage you, things that make time disappear, and identified a tendency towards problem solving and creative pursuits. We also touched on the importance of intellectual stimulation and finding fulfillment in helping others gain clarity. Ultimately, we landed on the idea that pursuing passions, even those that feel risky, is worthwhile, even without external recognition. It was a pretty solid dive into self discovery, I do say so myself.
Thank you very much for your help. Bye bye.
Oh, all right. Have a good one.